Ever get that feeling like there's more to the world than meets the eye? Picture this. A quiet little town nestled right up against these sprawling woods. The kind where the hiking trails disappear into a green mystery. That's where you'd find Alex. Just your average 16-year-old with a good heart and eyes that were always searching for something a little different. He wasn't looking to be a hero or anything, just loved exploring the hidden corners of the forest behind his house. One of those crisp autumn afternoons, when the maple leaves were blazing red and swirling to the ground like fiery confetti, Alex was strolling down a familiar path. Sunlight dripped through the canopy, painting these cool dancing shadows on the mossy ground. Suddenly, something glinted beneath the roots of this ancient oak, snagging his attention. Curious as ever, Alex went over and found this weird bracelet. It was made of this dark metal, nothing he'd ever seen before, with these strange old carvings that seemed to whisper forgotten stories. As soon as Alex picked it up, a weird warmth spread through him. He couldn't take his eyes off those symbols, like they were trying to tell him something from another world. Just then, this tiny, whimpering sound broke the silence nearby. Alex snapped his head up, scanning the trees, and spotted this little squirrel all tangled up in some dead branches. Its tiny eyes were wide with pure terror. Without even thinking, Alex started trying to reach it, gently pulling at the branches, careful not to hurt the little guy. But the wood was stubborn, and the squirrel just kept crying out. In this moment of frustration, Alex's fingers brushed against that strange bracelet still on his wrist. A jolt of energy shot up his arm, and this crazy thought flashed through his mind. Man, I wish I could just get to him easier. And that's when the unbelievable happened. Alex's body tingled, and in this dizzying second, he felt himself shrinking, fur sprouting all over, and 4 paws hitting the dirt. Staring down at his tiny claws, Alex realized he'd turned into a squirrel. So, what's Alex gonna do with this insane new ability? What secrets are locked up in that ancient bracelet? And what kind of wild ride is he about to go on? Stick around, because this is gonna get interesting. Turning into that squirrel? Seriously trippy, but also kinda cool. One minute Alex was just a regular dude. The next he's got this soft, twitchy nose and a bushy tail waving around. He zipped through those branches like it was nothing, freeing that little scaredy cat squirrel in no time. That little guy chittered his thanks, or at least Alex thought it was thanks, before booking it up a tree and disappearing into the leaves. Back to being human, Alex just stared at that bracelet, still chilling on his wrist. Where the heck did this power come from? And why him? The next few days turned into this secret experiment. Just by focusing his mind, Alex could morph into pretty much any animal he could picture. A sleek cat to sneak across rooftops, a loyal dog to mess around with his best friend, even a full-on eagle soaring way up high, looking down at his tiny town. It was insane. At first, it was all about the good stuff, helping out critters in trouble, seeing places he'd only dreamed of. He felt special, like he could break all the rules. But then, this other feeling started creeping in. He started digging the power that came with each form. As a cat, he was quick and mysterious. People would look twice. As a dog, he got all the love and loyalty, no questions asked. And as that eagle? Man, that was pure freedom, pure power looking down on everything. The temptation got stronger. Alex started using his transformations for more than just good deeds. He wanted to stand out, to have people look up to him. Sometimes, he'd turn into this gnarly wolf to scare off the school bullies, or a sly fox to mess with people who bugged him. What started as this amazing gift was starting to feel heavy, quietly changing who Alex was. He was forgetting that good-hearted kid, getting lost in the buzz of being strong and different. Is Alex gonna catch himself before he goes too far? Where's this crazy bracelet gonna take him next? The more Alex leaned into his shapeshifting, the bigger his head got. He started thinking he was something special, that the regular rules didn't apply to him anymore. He spent more and more time in his powerful animal forms, soaking up that feeling of being in charge, the way other creatures would give him a wide berth. That little patch of woods practically felt like his own personal kingdom, ruled by this mysterious critter who could turn into anything with claws or teeth. One day, high on the rush of being a massive grizzly bear, Alex kinda lost it and caused this whole commotion back in town. Roaring echoed through the streets, and his heavy paws shook the ground, totally freaking people out. Nobody knew it was him, of course, but the whole thing stirred up these crazy rumors and had folks on edge. Alex, hiding in his human form, got this twisted kick out of seeing everyone scared. But deep down, this little knot of anxiety started tightening in his gut. He realized keeping the bracelet and his abilities a secret was getting sketchier by the day. There were a couple of close calls where he almost shifted in the wrong place at the wrong time. Even Alex's best friend, Sarah, started giving him these weird looks. The sudden disappearances, the random scratches he couldn't explain, the tall tales he'd try to spin to cover his tracks. She was starting to put the pieces together. Alex's biggest fear? Everyone finding out the truth. He was terrified of being seen as a freak, a danger, and losing whatever respect, even if it was based on fear, he was trying to build. The thought of being an outcast, of people laughing at him, it ate at him, making him moody and distant. He started side-eyeing everyone, paranoid his secret was about to blow up in his face. And it was that fear, like this silent, slithering snake in his mind, that started hatching these dark and dangerous ideas. Is Alex going to be able to pull himself back from the edge? How long can he keep his secret locked down?
The fear of getting busted was eating Alex alive. He felt like he was backed into a corner. The thought that Sarah might be suspicious, or even worse, that she already knew his secret, kept him up at night. He started dodging her calls, and his lame excuses just made the awkwardness between them even thicker. Lost in this dark cloud of worry, a messed up idea started taking shape in Alex's head. What if the only person who could spill his secret just wasn't around anymore? The thought was just a flicker at first, this scary impulse, but it kept coming back, stronger each time. Sarah was the only one who really knew him, who'd seen the weird stuff and could ask the wrong questions. The fear of getting busted was eating Alex alive. He felt like he was backed into a corner. The thought that Sarah might be suspicious, or even worse, that she already knew his secret, kept him up at. The glow from those carvings seemed dimmer, lacking that warm energy he remembered. Suddenly, this icy feeling shot down his spine. It felt like an invisible hand squeezing his heart. Right then, a memory flashed in his mind. Alex remembered finding the bracelet, the pure wonder of turning into that squirrel to save that little critter. He remembered the simple joy of soaring through the sky as an eagle, the warm feeling of wagging his tail next to Sarah as a loyal dog. Those good memories stood in stark contrast to the dark plan that was taking root in his mind. A small but strong voice inside Alex finally spoke up, asking him the tough questions. When did I become this person? What made me go from wanting to help to thinking about hurting someone? This inner battle hit Alex hard. He clutched his head, cold sweat beading on his forehead. For the first time since he got the bracelet, Alex felt real fear. He was scared of himself, scared of the person he was becoming. Is this wake-up call going to be enough to pull Alex back from the brink? What's going to happen to Sarah and his secret?
In that intense moment of inner turmoil, it finally hit Alex. He'd gone way too far. The thought of hurting his best friend was the ultimate wake-up call, slamming into his conscience. With newfound resolve, Alex pulled off the ancient bracelet. The second it left his wrist, this blinding flash of light erupted, engulfing him before just fading out. Along with the light, that incredible shape-shifting ability was gone. Alex was just a regular teenager again. No superpowers, but inside, something profound had shifted. He went straight to Sarah, laying out the whole truth about the bracelet and those messed up thoughts he'd been having. Sarah, after the initial shock, was really moved by how genuinely sorry Alex was. Their friendship, even with that crazy twist, was strong enough to handle it. Alex learned a tough lesson. Real power isn't about changing your shape, it's about getting a grip on what's going on inside your head. That unchecked pride and fear can lead you down a dark path and make you lose the things that truly matter. So, Alex's wild ride with the shape-shifting bracelet was over. The ancient artifact was gone, taking its magic with it, but it left behind this powerful lesson about being true to yourself, being kind, and keeping those thoughts in check. What did you guys think of this story? Ever been in a spot where negative thoughts almost took you down the wrong road? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. If this story hit home and you think others need to hear it, don't forget to smash that like button and share it with your friends. And if you dig these kinds of thought-provoking stories and life lessons, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next video. Thanks for watching!